speaking of the NFL, you had a stint with the New Orleans Saints. I've heard this story a couple of times on the radio, but our listeners and the people on our network may not know the story about the Drew Brees encounter in New Orleans. Can you tell that to the fans here?
Yeah, yeah. So what happens is in the NFL, have you have situations where you have the draft. So then it was 2 days. First round, first day was first through third round. Second day was fourth through seventh. Um, I had a lot of different calls at the end. I knew I wasn't going on the first day, so I had a lot of different phone calls on that time. And a lot of people were just like, "Hey, we got you on our board. Where you're going to be around. We may get you in the sixth or seventh round. Blah blah blah." Stuff didn't pan out. One of the most exciting times after the draft is literally the 2 to 3 hours post draft when they're trying to fill their mini camp roster. So every time they had a practice, there had to be a full offense and a full defense. So, but before you have your training camp, you have rookie mini camps. So you got to have a full thing with the rookie mini camp. So and they bring the newcomers as well. So I had options between Miami. I thought Jacksonville was actually going to pick me up, but that's when they drafted Mojo, Maurice Jones-Drew, that threw everything off. And so New Orleans ended up. I probably should have went to Miami, but New Orleans was the pick that we made. Miami had family that way, and New Orleans was. I've been to New Orleans 3 times in my life, and I wasn't ready for it all 3 times. Like I've always left fat, overweight, and broke. So, when I go through this
that
situation,
would be me too, no doubt about it.
I go and I'm like going hard because I want to make it. I got this contract that's just that camp contract. I want to be selected to come back for OTAs, and even through OTAs, you got to battle, and through training camp, you got to battle. And I was blessed, to be able to last as long as I did. I tweaked my ankle, and it was not one of those things. I've tweaked my ankle before. You could press through it because the one thing about an elite athlete is you tap into your endorphins, and you're able to press through a pain that most people won't be able to press through. It's incredible. I don't have that now. I wish I still did have that, but it was one of those things. But I knew it was bad, and it would get bad if I didn't address it. So you get your issue gear and this is what all the athletic trainers wear. They wear a hat, New Orleans Saint hat, polo, white polo with a little black stripe or whatever, black Reebok athletic shorts, white black coach shoes, basically. And when I tell you, this is just descriptors here. So I just want people to understand. There's nothing athletic looking about Drew Brees. He looks like your regular run of the mill white guy that you can just see anywhere. Like preppy white kid, like that's what he looks like. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. And he had a shirt tucked in, and I saw the back of him, and I approached him from the side that's not the side that would have made me know he was Drew Brees, where his birthmark is. So I approached him and I said, "Hey man, do you mind? Can I get some ice, or when we get later on, can you wrap my ankle up? I messed my ankle up real bad." He's like, "No, that's not what I do." I'm mad because I'm fighting for my life. Like I was sitting here, I'm like, no, what you're gonna do is point me in the right direction because that's what you do. I don't know who you think you are. He said,
oh, God.
And he looked and then he turned around and looked at me, and I saw I saw the anger in his birthmark, and it wasn't even it wasn't like a bad thing. He didn't curse me out or anything because that's not his thing. He said, "I'm Drew Brees. I'm the quarterback," and I'm like, and I just shrunk. And I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. So I said, I'm gonna take my food to go because we were at the training. I'm gonna take my food to go. Excuse me, nothing to see here. Went to my hotel room where they had to stay, and I told my mom, I said, "Yeah, Mom, I'm probably gonna be coming back home a little earlier than what I thought." And she was like, "Well, what did you do?" I said, "I thought the starting quarterback was an athletic trainer, and that's frowned upon." So But yeah,
But
that's the.
but he didn't. I mean, he
Drew Brees
didn't hold
story.
it against you though, did he? Did he realize? Oh, he just screwed up because like I hear Drew
He
Brees
did.
is a really nice
Nah,
guy.
he did. Nah, he's a nice guy. It was more so. It was just me making a mistake.